previous international, no other cup final, indeed nothing Wembley ever staged, matched the glamour of this event, the final of the World Cup. The cream of the world's players battle for the honour of playing on this arena on this afternoon. Waiting in the tunnel were England on the right and West Germany. When the moment came for the players to march out, 97,000 fans gave them the biggest roar of the competition. Bobby Moore and Uwe Seeler were out in the middle exchanging international compliments and meeting the referee, Dienst of Switzerland. You might call this the moment of truth for Alf Ramsey. His 3 years of team building, as the Germans kicked off, coming up for its crucial test. England looked unfamiliar in their red shirts. A long shot gave Banks no trouble. And what a test for the 22 star players, 90 minutes away from the game's highest glory or defeat. In possession was that all-round player, Sigi Heltz, moving into a position spelling danger for England. Banks, alert as usual. The West German attack had bite and purpose. On they came again. An English defensive lapse gave the ball to Haller, and that was it. One down after 12 minutes spurred the English attack. No time for lethargy or half measures. They swept into German territory. Tilkowski cleared, only to put Bobby Charlton in possession. Another fine save, but there was no stopping England. This time a chance came to West Ham's Geoff Hurst. It's the equaliser! Splendidly matched, these teams. German top scorer Emmerich had a chance. Fortunately, Gordon Banks anticipated his shot. England piled on the pressure. Bobby Charlton inspired a movement which, with just a little more luck, could have put England in the lead. A big sigh of relief for West Germany when the ball was clear. Play was faithfully reflected by the score, 1-1 at half-time. A brief let-up in the tension came as welcome relief for both English and German supporters. But as England kicked off, playing right to left and quickly built up an attack, excitement made the Wembley atmosphere electric. England had to score. And if the prayers of millions could inspire them, surely a goal was not far off. The West German defence was like a stone wall. Again, England launched an offensive. And again, the German blockade could not be penetrated. Play swung to the other end. West Germany threatened the English goal, but Banks, playing brilliantly, was in position to deal with it. The ball goes to Bobby Charlton. Charlton to Hunt on the left. Despite strong German threats, the English defence could not be rattled. It's there! Peters has scored! For the Wembley thousands and the millions at home, one thought, victory. England, spurred by their 2-1 lead, played like a team inspired to clinch a win. In the dying minutes of the match, the jubilant English supporters' nerves were strained to breaking point. The World Cup was within England's reach. If only they could keep the lead for a few desperate minutes against the West Germans. Now a team playing their hearts out to keep in the running. Germany would not let up. Then, seconds before the final whistle, agony for England. Weber scored. It had to be extra time. The first period of extra time proved to the full the value of Ramsey's training methods. England began with a vigour and speed astounding after the gruelling 90 minutes they'd already played. Charlton and his fellow sharpshooters came back time after time in the Ramsey spirit, believing that with sustained attack the goals must come. Then Geoff Hurst, cool and collected, had the ball in the net. No, it bounced out. Goal claimed England. No goal, protested the Germans. The referee consulted the linesman, who'd been in line with the posts, and goal it was. England led again, 3-2 now, and in spite of a German attack early in the final period of extra time, Bobby Moore's men had thrown off all signs of tiredness. It was West Germany who were now noticeably the slower team. When there was only a minute to go, England still had no thought of being content with that one-goal lead. Racing to beat the whistle, Geoff Hurst saw an opening in the defence and achieved the hat-trick. Jimmy Greaves, out of the side through injury, set the example to the other reserves by congratulating the victorious players. Bobby Moore led England up to the Royal Box to receive the Jules Rimet Cup and the winners' medals. To be here as winners of the FA Cup has often been described as the summit of a footballer's ambition. How much greater was the triumph they enjoyed now. Three years ago, Alf Ramsey set out on the hard road that led to the World Cup. Only the optimists thought he could possibly succeed. Certainly not West Germany, whose team now ran a lap of honour. They were very sporting losers. But it was England that the whole world of sport was now cheering. Into his gallant team, England manager Alf Ramsey instilled sportsmanship first and foremost. How well they applied his teaching. May we, in 1970, be represented by a team of sportsmen as good as these winners of the World Cup.
Hey up collective collectors, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today you join me as we take a look at a World Cup football special, and I want to start off with some of the things that you can pick up if you're an Action Man collector when you are looking for football related items. So here I'm going to show you a quick introduction in what we've got, who we've got. This is the amazing Bobby Moore West Ham figure. Limited edition. You could only buy this actually in the West Ham fan shop in the ground, and it is a real nice thing. We're going to look at that in much more detail in a sec, but this is the main man. The 50th anniversary Bobby Moore Action Man, England, with the orange ball in the not so familiar red kit. And then we're going to move along and we have our 50th Action Man, which is just a 50th version of the Action Man footballer, and beside that is a 40th Action Man. So it'd be nice to compare the two. Now this is just a strange thing that I'm going to explain. So they did a reproduction of this box from the original Action Man box from 1968, I believe, which they invented the Sportsman range, and this was part of it, along with a cricketer and other sportsmen. But here, look, it just shows you the actual outfits that you would get, and this would have been the original Everton one in the packaging, but also I could have had this as the Leicester City one, and then you'd probably mix and match just to get the colours you need. Again, on the side with realistic hair. And there's our judo man, which is one of the rarest uniforms to get, and the cricketer, again, another quite rare item. Now when you're buying the 40th figure, your box is a reproduction box, and it'll always say something on here about it being a reproduction box, but there was a handful of boxes that was actually used from the original line, and this is one of them boxes. Because it's not got the reproduction logo on there, I'll just quickly show you what I mean. So here I have a reproduction 40th anniversary Action Man soldier box, and here you can just see where it says used with permission for a 2006 figure. And then on this one, it literally has everything that you would have on an original Action Man box, which is the 1964 Hasbro Brothers Incorporated, but then you've got the pattern number for pallet. So yeah, this is an original Sportsman box, which is brilliant, and there was a few. So if you've got one of these 40th editions, just check the base of the box to see if it is an original box or you ended up getting a reproduction box. Right, let's get this bad boy open. And if I'm totally honest, I think this is only the second time I've actually opened this box. But look at him, what a very nice thing. Yeah, take a close look up at these boots. They're pretty damn good, ain't they? There's your studs, look. Studs up. Yep, nice thing. And our football. Just a white blow moulded football. And here's our figure. But what a very, very nice thing. I just love them, absolutely love them. So this is the face of the 50th, the 40th, and we've got our nose picker hands here. The badge is just about on, I believe. No number on the back, but the big stud on the back of the shirt. Shorts are really nice. I've got an original pair of these, and I have got some kits. I'll have a sort out and I'll show them in the video so you can see what I've got. I've got tracksuits, I've got all sorts of stuff, you know, from job lots that I've picked up along my travels. But yeah, what a nice thing. So that is all I got with my 40th. I'm sure there should have been a booklet and some other bits and bobs, but that is exactly what I got. But what a nice, it is a nice, I know I keep saying it, but it is a nice thing. Okay, so let's put him there to one side. I'm not even going to put his boots on. So that is the earliest version of the figure that I have, and the next one is this Action Man footballer. And we'll just open him up, give you a glance inside. Now I quite like these. I do like these a lot. These are the 50th anniversary ones. And you see I've got my book with this one. We'll take a deep dive into that in a bit. But yeah, again, the blow molded football, to be fair, looking at this, I would say the 50th ball is much better than the 40th. As you can see here, there's a little bit of a knobbly bit there, which I'm not in love with. And the lines in the ball just seem to feel a little bit deeper. The quality just seems that little bit better. So now we have our Action Man. So he has now got his gripping hands. He's got his dog tags with Action Man on there. Yeah, he's got an embroidered badge this time instead of a stuck on one. But let's just compare the faces here. There is a difference. You can see how slim this face is. And it does actually look, I didn't realise how gaunt he is. The shorts are great, socks are great, boots are exactly the same, I think, if not a little bit better quality. But look at that head, I honestly didn't realise. He is quite gaunt, isn't he? And he tends to stick out a little bit here. Very surprised indeed. Still a nice thing, doesn't matter, but again we've still got our big press stud on the back there. Again, no number. Shorts are really nice. What was the body like? Very tightly strung, really nice. But again, as you see this time with the white, he's got no white on the top. So although we have some better things, we should have had a white collar. And also look, just here on the arms we've got that white band. This is just completely plain. Something I'll probably take a more of a deeper dive into and have a look at. So there's our 40th, there's our 50th. So the next one in the lineup I'm going to bring up is this Bobby Moore figure, this official merchandise of West Ham, or the Hammers if you like. On this side of the box we've got for the full range, visit actionman.com, official merchandise, so you could only buy it from West Ham, which is a London club for our American cousins. It was priced at £58. I actually paid £40 for this, which is a complete steal. There's a little bit of a write-up on the back there. I'll do a voice over or something with some information about it. It's nice for you to know what that is. And again, we've got his shirt number and Bobby Moore, who the guy is. Absolute 1966 England legend and defensive legend, probably the best defender of all time ever. So I'm just going to take him out this way. So let's take a deeper look at our figure, and we have our certificate of authenticity, our Bobby Moore 1958 limited edition Action Man figure. Beautiful portrait of Bobby there. There was always two iconic pictures. Was this one when he was posing at his West Ham club for a photograph, and the massive iconic image of him lifting the Jules Rimet Cup when England won the World Cup in 1966. So, yep, like I was saying, this is still sealed, lovely. There's no need to take this out. I don't think it's double-sided or anything like that. There is information. It says the warrants and guarantees that this Action Man figure is one of a limited edition of only 1,008, produced to honour the legend of Bobby Moore, OBE. This is number 340.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over. It is now. It's four.
Bobby Moore made his West Ham debut at the age of 17 against Manchester United in September 1958. The Hammers had worn claret and blue shirts like this one since 1903. The year before, the club changed its name from Thames Ironwork to the West Ham United. Barking-born Moore went on to make 647 appearances, captaining the Hammers to 1964 FA Cup and 1965 European Cup winners Cup glory. The four-time Hammers of the Year also led England as the Three Lions won the FA World Cup in 1966. This limited edition Action Man has been produced in honour of his extraordinary career. Contents: Action Man Bobby Moore figure, West Ham emblem, 1958 shirt with number 6 on the back, ball, dog tag and a limited edition certificate. So now we'll move on to our Bobby Moore, the same head sculpt, same body, just a different outfit. We've got the not so recognisable red shirts of England with the three-lined badge on the left hand side of the figure, red socks and the brown World Cup 66 ball. In the box you can see the nice window display, a really nice thing to have. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what it says on here. Action Man 50th edition, Bobby Moore. Bobby Moore is a legend of England football. He led his country as captain for more than 10 years, famously to glory in winning the World Cup in 1966. The limited edition Action Man 1 of early 1966 has been produced in honour of his extraordinary career and also to support the work that continues in his name for the cancer charity Cancer Research UK. Bobby's life was tragically cut short by bowel cancer in 1993, and for every edition sold there is a donation of £6 to the Bobby Moore Fund. The fund's goal is simply to bring forward the day when bowel cancer is cured. Thank you for honouring his memory with your donation. The inscription beneath his statue at Wembley Stadium exemplifies the standing of this great man across the world. Immaculate footballer, imperial defender, immortal hero of 1966, national treasure, master of Wembley, lord of the game, captain extraordinary, gentleman for all time. Bobby Moore Fund, Cancer Research UK, England, 3 lines.